Law and Order Toronto Criminal Intent is taking the law and order you know and love, and it's going farther north as detectives investigate high-profile homicides in Canada's largest metropolis. The cases are also inspired by some of Canada's biggest headlines, which I find to be very interesting. Okay, we're joined today by Kathleen Monroe, who plays Detective Sergeant Francesca, or Frankie, Bateman, and we're so happy to have her today. Good morning to you, Kathleen.
Morning, Rosie. Thanks for having me.
What was it like, I have to say, to step into the legacy, big shoes to fill, my friend, for the Law and Order franchise?
Truly, I mean, like, it's big shoes to fill, but we also get the benefit of standing on this, behemoth, this well-supported, well-loved franchise. And so, I mean, I just keep pinching myself. Like, it's a show that I've watched since I was a kid, the different iterations, and my grandfather was a homicide cop in Buffalo. My dad was a lawyer. This whole world is sort of in my DNA. So to be able to, bring the city that is my hometown to life outside of the country, and to also, be existing in this law and order world, it's a thrill. It's kind of a dream come true.
Well, Kathleen, that's so interesting. So you're telling me that there are real parts of Kathleen that have worked their way into Detective Sergeant Frankie Bateman, because you just have some of this stuff that happens to cross over anyway. So I want to ask about what it's like to be in that character. Is it a big stretch? Do you guys have much in common? That sort of thing.
Frankie is definitely hyper cerebral, hyper intelligent. She's at the top of her game alongside her partner Henry Graff in the special investigations unit. So they're operating at a clip and with a sort of sophistication that I would aspire to, but I can't say that I necessarily share. But I think she's also really deeply interested in the human behind the crime, or the human behind the story, and what factors, whether they're interpersonal factors, social factors, political factors, economic factors, whatever it is that might compel somebody to commit a crime. And that kind of thinking I really respond to. And I think also when she, her values really drive her to do this work. And then sometimes she bumps up against little barriers in the criminal justice system that don't allow her to, get the justice that she would want. I think that's the really interesting stuff for me too, to find the kind of complications within the person who's trying to do a good thing and also has to work within a system that sometimes, gets complicated.
Absolutely. Red tape, to say the least. And I want to talk about the character a little bit, because they do give you complexity to work within. And by the way, I do think you're very cerebral. I do think you're very intelligent. So let's not undersell you, sister. But she's got a daughter, for example, and she's got parents who very similarly to you kind of work their way into this world.
Yeah, it was amazing reading the character description by Tassie Cameron, who created the show, along with the Dick Wolf people. And she, there were a lot of things that kind of spoke to me about it. Frankie is, empathetic, really driven by her role as a mother. I mean, we can feel the kind of pull she has toward something nurturing, even within this, this role as a detective. She's doing things that can come across as intimidating, sometimes really assertive. And there's still that human underneath. And I think as the show goes on, we get to play in that zone even more. So we're always dealing with the gripping stuff of the crimes, but what I find to be the most compelling stuff to play is like why we want to investigate the way that we do. And that's the stuff where you get to see the sort of the human tensions and the human values. And they're great characters. It's a really, really fun thing to be a part of.
Interesting for you, but yes, I agree. I think that's what keeps audience members coming back as well. And so, as you and I both know, so many iterations now of Law and Order, all of them successful. What makes Law and Order Toronto Criminal Intent so unique, so special?
Well, we get to play in the criminal intent world, which was there was only one, I believe only one show, one criminal intent part of the franchise, which
I loved it.
Yeah, right. Vincent D'Onofrio, it was great. But it sticks with the detectives for almost all of the episodes. So we do get this amazing supporting cast as well, and we get lawyers, and we get the coroner, we get all this. I was actually a pathologist in Canada, but we we get to see the inner workings of the police from a different kind of level of depth, and we also get to investigate the motives. It's really about the motive behind the crime, and so the human interest is really substantial. We get to dive pretty deep into the minds of the characters, both on this side of the law and also on the other side. So it's just really rich material. And it's Toronto. We get to see a different city. We get to know about a slightly different criminal justice system. We get to know a really really diverse, really exciting, really kind of special place and a special group of characters. So I think it's fresh. It's going to feel familiar in the ways you want it to, but it's different too.
Absolutely, and it's the real Toronto. To your point, it's really the rich neighborhoods, or the up and coming places, or the mom and pop shops. So I think that's really fascinating. I know you can't divulge much, so I won't hold you to this. But any secrets you can share about the upcoming season would be appreciated.
Okay, can't do any spoilers because I really want people to watch. But we do have some crimes that are going to be familiar. We do also have a lot of little kind of like they really let us do some Easter eggy kind of personal things. So on all of our desks, we have some like unique identifying things that we tend to kind of like put in little places in hopes that people will notice. We the joke of having a drinking game, whether you drink or not, it's just really a moment of like acknowledging things, the idiosyncrasies. I try to throw in some little pen clicks, and there's just little ticks. Also, I wear my great grandfather's watch in the show, which feels really special. And Karen Robinson, who people will recognize from Schitt's Creek, she plays our boss, and she has a photo of her mother in her office. So they've really let us bring in some personal effects just to connect us a little more to the character and to the world. So keep an eye. There's a lot of stuff hidden around.
Those are good secrets to share, because it means Eagle Eye viewers will look even more closely into this already really engaging show. I can't wait to tune in. Thank you, Kathleen, so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Rosie. So nice talking to you.
All right, guys, tune in to the Law & Order Toronto Criminal Intent series premiere. It's going to happen Wednesday, September 24th, right here on CW Austin.